Hey, I'm Tim Robertson. I'm the youth pastor of the International Church of Las Vegas. And we took a ton of students, young adults and adults alike, to the Call San Diego. And that was an amazing experience. 33,000 people gathering together for fasting and prayer over the condition and the moral and ethical issues of our country. And it was an amazing time. I saw hearts change, hearts shift, the awareness of moral issues in our country, permeating the hearts of students who were unaware, and yet those students who were already aware of those issues just getting more deep with the presence of God and more passionate about their convictions. It was an amazing time. I think probably the most prolific thing that I saw take place in students' lives is that they saw that prayer really works. And we saw the tangible results to prayer in action. It was an amazing time. We want to encourage you, listen, if you are anywhere near one of these events, you want to attend a call event. It's an amazing time, and it really causes you to be aware of the conditions, the critical moral issues of our country, and we want to encourage you to be a part of that. Lou Engle is an amazing man, as well as the other leaders of the call. Make plans to attend one of these amazing events. I tell you, it changed our lives. It has changed the direction and the corporate vision of our own youth ministry and the local expression. It's a really important thing to do. Latch on to this incredible vision.
Hi, I'm Lacey Sampson, and I went to the call this past Saturday, November 1st, and I just completely got wrecked by God, and it was so amazing to spend 12 hours just fasting and praying for our country, for my state of California. I'm from California, so we were praying about Prop 8, and I just seriously got into it because it was like we needed to see that pass. So it was just so good, and I loved Eddie James. Oh, man, he just brought it, and I was just worshiping. It was amazing. I loved everything about the call. And it was so awesome to see Lou's passion and see how much he contends every day for revival in America. It just makes you want to start contending in a deeper, on a more radical level because of his radicalness. But the call was amazing, and I was so glad I was able to be a part of it.
Hello, my name is Brandon Castillo, and I was one of the youth who went to the call, and it was pretty cool and amazing and fun and stuff. It was a life-changing experience for me. It was the first one I've been to, and for me, God gave me a term for me to be a fire starter or a spiritual arsonist, so that was pretty cool, and it was a lot of fun. It was a little hard with the fast and everything, and I was kind of feeling hungry and stuff, but it was worth it. Yeah, so. And I just learned recently that the Proposition 8 passed, so woot. Yeah.
Hi, my name's Annie, and I went to the call, and it was absolutely amazing. I really encourage you guys to go. I mean, when I went, I totally got a burden for my school, UNLV, and I'm just like on fire, and I just want to reach out to people even more with those who are lost, and I've just never felt this much of a burden before, and I just really encourage you guys to go because it is absolutely amazing. You'll be completely touched by God and have so much revelation.
Well, the call was just, the best way to describe it was just God's presence really just fell down on the place. And just the conviction of God really just gave people just the right decision, like what to do, because they just felt God's heart. Instead of, trying to overthink decisions, do with their intellect. And just the conviction of God just really bring things back to the roots. And it's just cool, we got there early, we prayed for 15 hours. And then today we found out, Proposition 8 passed. California, out of all states. Who would have thought, that prayer could do that? And just seeing that as an example, if it could do that to that state, that could do that to America. Imagine if, the whole church did that for a while just for America. Sometimes we undertake, the power of prayer, or even just, put God in a box and just think what he could really do. And it was just amazing, just life changes to see the fruit of all that. And, and just due to God's conviction, some of my political views changed. Like everything just depended on pro-life, because I was afraid of the economy. I was just that fear was put in me by the world. But then once I got there, like all that stripped down, and I really saw what really mattered to God, really, like His heart. And like the best quote I heard on the call was that this guy that adopted his daughter, and he said that the affection that God had for Jesus, His own biological son, is the same love that He has for us. And just seeing that God has that adopted heart, and that's what He wishes for. And if I could sum up all the call and all of that, that would be it.
Hello, my name is Sam Favada, and I was one of the members of the youth group that went to the call San Diego in California. Going to the call was a very exhilarating experience because not only did I fast for the first time, not only for 12 but 15 hours, but the worship music could never stop, and that was like a 12-hour concert that I never expected. I mean, it was fun because like God told me then to be a musician in life, so that's what I plan on doing. So next time, if you want to go on a youth trip like this, go. It's worth it.
Hi, I'm Leianna, and my experience at the call was really awesome. God totally just gave me a new burden for the abortion issue and the rebellion of the world in my generation, and I'm so excited to see what God's going to do, and the hunger of the people was just awesome, and it was a great experience.
Hello, my name is Nicholas Wilhoit. I had a great time at the call. It was a great time to just have more of a burden of the things that are on God's heart and to have more of a hunger for Him. I think my favorite time at the call was when they sung the song "Run," I think it is, and just talking about how we're to just run to God, and as a deer pants for water, that we should also, God should be our desire, and that's my favorite time.
Favorite moment of the call would probably have to be when Eddie James came out and started worship. There was a sound that was released with Eddie James that I really believe that we haven't seen released in a generation lately, and to see worship go the way that Eddie brought it was just such a moment of breakthrough, I believe, in the call itself, and even just where the church is at now. I believe that worship is just containing a breaker that we haven't seen yet. And I also love seeing James Dobson there. That was a really big highlight for me, to see James there and see his support, see him come out and take the time to come out and really show his support for the call was a really exciting time. I think that was probably my favorite speaker of the call.
Hi, my name is Ashley, and I just recently went to the Call San Diego and had an amazing time. I absolutely love just partnering with people and interceding for our nation and the ending of abortion, and I'm so glad that Proposition 8 passed, and I don't have to worry about my kids going to school and having to learn about things that I just don't agree with, and a lot of people obviously don't agree with. And so I just absolutely loved interceding and just partnering with people, and the worship was amazing. Matt Gilman and Eddie James and all of them, they're my absolute favorites. And so I just want to encourage you guys to go to the next call. It's an amazing experience, definitely life-changing. You'll have an amazing time just interceding and being a part of the change in our nation. So I just wanted to encourage you with that, and it definitely changed my life with intercession. I just became an intercessor. And so anyway, I just wanted to encourage you guys with that.
Hi, my name is Susie, and I just actually moved here from California, so it was really cool to go back to call in San Diego and to be back in California and be able to intercede for California. And my main focus while I was there was praying for Proposition 8, because I think that there's a whole new deliverance coming to like the homosexual community, because they've just been so beaten down by the church and by society and by government, and God just really wants to free them up. And when Proposition 8 passed, I was really excited because I knew that something new was coming to them. And I'm just really excited to see what happens in California because of the seeds that were sown during the call. And it's just good to see that people in California are actually starting to stand up for their faith, and they're not sitting back and accepting the way that the state is anymore. They're actually standing up, and God just really moved there. And he really showed me that there are a lot of people that believe in the same things that, I do, and that they're all willing to stand up, and we're never alone.
Hi, my name's Rebecca Webster, and the Call San Diego for me was an incredible experience. I feel like I really got released in the whole intercessor thing that's within me, that I finally realized like the things that people have been calling out in my life, because I've gotten words about being an intercessor and whatever, and I never really fully got it until that day. And I also, at one point, I really felt the weight of my calling, and I felt just like this urge in me. I know I've been called to London, and so I felt this call to start a prayer house in London, and I also felt kind of like the whole William Wilberforce kind of thing on my life, to see the ending of like the sex trade and abortion come to an end in London. So that was pretty cool and intense, and just the whole experience was great. So yeah.
Hi, my name is Michelle Kennedy, and I think one of my favorite moments of the Call Las Vegas was just seeing Lou Engle and his passion and his love for God and his love for prayer. I've known Lou since I was in high school, and to see him going from doing his own 24-hour prayer house to actually leading a movement of prayer for a nation was awesome. I was born and raised in California, so to contend for that state was an incredible experience, and I loved being there.